So now that we've got the solar panel installed on top of the rooftop tent, we need a way to control the power from the solar panel to charging the batteries. So for that, I've got a solar charge controller. Now this is from Renogy. I've used a lot of their products in the past for different projects here, and I've been pretty happy with it. They've got an app with a Bluetooth interface with a Bluetooth module that we're going to install in this as well. But fairly small and compact box. You basically just have your solar in and out, and your battery. Well, I'm sorry. You've got your solar positive and negative, and your battery positive and negative. And then we've got our port for our Bluetooth module. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out a place to mount this. We'll run our solar wires up to it, and then we'll have to make some wires to go from here to the battery underneath the hood so that we can charge the dual battery kit with the solar panel and make sure we've got good power. So I do like how small this is. I've seen some that are pretty big. I've actually had some on other setups, trailers and whatnot, that have been quite a bit bigger. So this is nice. I think it'll be a good compact solution. So let's find a place to mount this. So I definitely want this to be protected from the elements. So I really don't want to mount it in the bed or underneath the tent anywhere. So I was looking around inside here, and of course we got the rear seat delete, but on the back wall here, there's an opening that on some of these Gladiators, there was a Bluetooth speaker that was an option. I don't have that option, so I've just got this cubby hole that I don't use. So I thought, why not mount it right in there? I think that'll be a nice clean solution for it. Put a couple of holes in the bottom here to run the wires through. I believe there should be some vents at the back of the cab behind these panels here that I can sneak the wires through to go both out into the battery at the front and out into the back for the actual solar panel. So I'm going to start tearing this apart. Let's see what we can do here. I'm going to take the goose gear out just to get it out of the way, but also everything needs a good cleaning in here. It's been a little bit too long. So I'm going to start pulling some stuff apart and see if I can make this work. Alright, so I've got the wires rough run. I pulled the back panel back a bit. It's still connected at the top. It is a pain to try to get fully off. So just got it enough that I can get in there. There are two vents in the back, so I just fed the wires through those vents. And then, so I don't know how well you'll be able to see this here, but they're going up through the vent down there. And I've got coming out into the bed here, so these will come up. I'll cut these down to the right length once I get the bed rack back on and make my connections there. And then I've got wires coming out and down, obviously not fully run yet, but just kind of spread out towards the front. Those are going to be my wires for going to the battery for charging. So, and then what I did is in this panel I drilled 4 holes, so each one of these will come up through that hole in there, connect to our solar charge controller, and then I will mount this in here just kind of like that. Probably just use like double-sided tape or something to stick it to the wall, honestly, and then that's where it'll live. It should be good. So obviously I've got a bunch of extra wire hanging out right now. That's intended. So I'm going to run it up, figure out my length. I'm going to have a little bit of slack so I can hook it up and then drop it down into that cubby there and get it mounted. But so far I think it's pretty good. So I'm going to keep plugging away on this, get this all kind of run through and wrapped up, and move on to the next thing. All right, so now that's all back in place, which is awesome. So now I can work on finishing up the wiring to the battery, and then I'll finish up the wiring to the actual solar panel connections once I get the rack back on and I can set my length properly so I don't have a bunch of excess wire. But so far I'm pretty happy with that. I think this is going to be a nice clean install and a nice addition to the Gladiator here. So work on finishing up this wiring, and we can get the bed rack back on and get it all hooked up. Alright, so the final piece to this puzzle with the solar panel here is going to be to connect these wires coming down from the solar panel to the wires I've run through to the solar charge controller. Obviously, as you can see, I've got way too much length here, and that's intended. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and figure out the length that we want, where these are going to land, and get them trimmed up. And we've got ends to go ahead and put on wherever we cut those. So then we can get the solar panel hooked up to the solar charge controller, and everything should work. So I'm going to go ahead and trim these wires down, get everything set. I'll show you the finished product here, and then we can make the connection and go out and see if it's working, hopefully. So let me get this done here and I'll show you. Alright, so I've got the wires connected here. As you can see, I still need to secure all these up, so I'm going to do that here real quick. And then I'm going to take this outside. Hopefully there's enough daylight left that we can get some sun on this panel and see if it's actually working here. But things are looking good, I think. So let's get these zip tied up and go see if she's working. Alright, so we got the solar panel all installed, connected, ready to go. Solar charge controller hooked up, and got an overcast day here today. But let's take a look at what we got here. I got the Renogy app pulled up on my phone here, and let's check it out. So we are definitely making power with the solar panel, which, you know, right now the Jeep is running, so it's a little bit different. But it's going to be nice that I can park this thing and actually have it keep the batteries topped up, so I don't have to worry about it. I can run my fridge in the back, hopefully non-stop, as long as I've got, you know, decent solar access or sun access, and be able to just be fine with it. So really happy with this so far. I think it's going to be a great addition, not have to worry about the batteries so much. Obviously when I have it parked for a long period of time in the shop or something like that, I'm going to have to put on battery tenders still. But man, this is going to be nice, I think. So all right, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on Second Chance Overland.